Let's see the basic idea of how we can measure the radius of Earth using a drone. So the idea is that we go to the beach and we watch the sunset. So imagine that we stand here and we look at the sun and wait for the last ray at sunset. So what we see is essentially the sun at, um, essentially here. And then when we see the sun setting, we lift the drone to a certain height, h. Then, in the meantime, Earth is rotating around its axis. So we can think about that at the same time the sun is rotating, and that's the reason that we will see after some time another sunset. So that's the basic idea, that we watch a sunset, we lift the drone to a certain height, h, it can be just few meters, and as a result, after a few seconds, let's say if the height is 10 meters, after about 30 seconds, we will witness another sunset. Now, how exactly it works, I will elaborate later the theory, the calculations. But for the moment, I would like to demonstrate the phenomena. I would like to show you a video I took. Let's examine the results from the video. So at first, the drone was at half meter. So we set this time to 0. This is that happened at 0 seconds. Then we witnessed a sunset. Actually, that was when the video showed 2:33 seconds. Then, when the video showed 3:03, namely 30 seconds later, at the height of 7.7 meters, we witnessed a second sunset. So we lifted the drone to 19 meters, and at 3:32, namely 59 seconds after the beginning of the experiment, we witnessed a third sunset. So then a fourth sunset at this height, etc., etc., etc. And the last sunset that we recorded, that was after 164 seconds, that was at the maximum height of 120 meters. And now let's see what is the implication of all this data. How using this data we can estimate the radius of Earth. So what I did, I collected all the data on one graph. And so I have the 6 points on the same graph. And what we see is that in this graph, we can fit the data very, very nicely to a graph where the delta t square, the time between a certain sunset to the first sunset, is 261 h, where the time is measured in seconds and the height in meters. So remember this relation, because in a moment we will use this relation to determine the radius of Earth. Let's discuss the theory of this experiment. So let's do first some geometry. This is Earth. This is the radius of Earth. And let's call this angle alpha. So what we see is that r over r plus h is cosine alpha. And since h is very, very small with respect to r, let's see that, well, we can actually write it as r1 minus cosine alpha equals h cosine alpha. And as I said, alpha is expected to be a very small angle because h is much smaller than r. So the left-hand side becomes r times half alpha squared. That's the approximation for small angles. And the right-hand side is h. So h over r is half alpha squared. And, well, I didn't plot it like it isn't great, but let's calculate alpha. Alpha is the time that the sun rotated, or Earth rotated to be more accurate, between two sunsets. So let's see what alpha is. In 24 hours, we have a full rotation. So if we denote t by 24 hours, then delta t over t is alpha over 2 pi. So we can substitute this relation and find a very nice formula. H over r is half, and what we have is 2 pi delta t over t square. The 2 pi is also squared. So this is 4 pi squared divided by 2. 2 pi squared delta t over t square. Now, you see, from this relation, we understand that h is related to delta t in such a way that h is proportional to delta t squared, or delta t is the square root of h. That's what we saw when we looked at the data. It's very nice that the data fits this relation very nicely. Moreover, since we know capital T, which is 24 hours, we measure delta T's, we measure h, then we can calculate the radius of Earth. Let's see how it works. So in the measurement that I carried out, what I found is the following, is that delta T squared, the relation between delta T squared and h, was approximately 261 h. Now, as we saw just a few seconds ago, in my derivation, delta T squared is, for small angles, it's a good approximation, T squared over 2 pi squared r times h. So now we can equate the two and get an estimate for r. So this is 2. So what we see is that t squared over 2 pi squared r is 261. Using the period of Earth, namely t is 24 hours, 24 times 3,600 seconds, we can calculate the radius of Earth, but we will not get the radius of Earth. Let's see what we'll get. We'll get a number, r, that we find is 1,450 kilometers, which is way far from the radius of Earth. So what's really going on here? What I measured is a radius, but it's not really the radius of Earth. The reason is as follows. Let's see. So, Earth is rotating around its axis, but it has a declination. So the sun let's say the sun is such that we don't really measure the radius of Earth. What we measure is a certain number r, a different radius. And the real relation between r, what we measure, and the radius of Earth is as follows. R Earth is r divided by the following: cosine square phi cosine square delta minus sine square phi sine square delta, where delta is the declination. And the declination, the relevant declination for mid-December when I carried out the experiment, is delta is the declination, and this is 23.44 degrees. And phi is the latitude. Now, I carried out the experiment in South Wales, so this is the latitude. And in South Wales, well, where I carried out the experiment, it's 51 degrees. So let's collect all the numbers. And substituting in the formula, what we get is that the radius of Earth is 1,450 kilometers divided by what I get is 0.237. So what I get as an estimate for the radius of Earth is 6,118 kilometers. Now let's compare to the real value. So that's my estimate for the radius of Earth. The real value that was measured accurately, our Earth, that's the real, is 6,371 kilometers. So what I find is a value which is very, very close. The ratio is 96%. That's an amazing result. So using a drone, just measuring accurately the time between sunsets as a function of the height of the drone, I can estimate the radius of Earth to an accuracy of 96%.